Yeah, I was gonna ask where you're at, but we literally, you probably haven't, or you wouldn't have been able to do any sets since yesterday.
285-1.
Yeah. Ooh, nice.
Yeah, everyone's running Togekiss lead, so hopefully.
Yeah, no, I've noticed that. I've went back to the Dragonite Double Steel for a little bit, and there's so many Togekiss leads. It's crazy.
The only issue I have with the team is I'm not sure what to do because it's Swampert lead.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a bit tough. I'm assuming.
Maybe I stay in, do body slam and switch, do some damage. We'll see.
Yeah, because I'm assuming Hippo loses that pretty handily, right?
Yeah.
Like, super effective.
We can tank one. Okay, this is
Oh, Magnus. Yeah. I'm probably not going to stay quiet and just watch the first couple sets just because I've already seen how you play this team.
Yeah.
So I probably won't chime in.
They always shield, so it's worth the bait.
Yeah, it seems like they do. Everyone's very shield happy in Premier just because it seems like almost everything is a one shot in this league. Or everything is like the capability of one shotting something else.
Yeah, because I'm not sure why they would stay in. Okay. This is Dragon Breath. So do I stay in here, right? Also hope he's catched up with that one.
Nice.
I've got my Togekiss at the back, surely.
Well, they swapped like right as you swapped. Holy cow.
Oh, yeah. Not in switch. Let me do a switch.
That was very weird.
I've lost now because that's switch.
Yeah, but like I don't know why they made that play. Like it ended up being really, really good for them. So like congrats, but I don't think you could have predicted that.
I should have shielded the crunch.
Yeah, in hindsight, that was a good call on the Togekiss in the back. I think if you did know it was a Togekiss in the back, shielding the crunch would have been a really good idea.
Yeah, I should have won that. I mean, yeah, but these bandits are late.
It's tough with those Gyarados swap-ins. Like Dragon Breath Gyarados, you really don't have too much to deal with it.
I still push steel. Shielded. If this has to be sealed, this is fine. I just found out access now. I hope it is has to be steel anyway. Not Togekiss.
Yeah. If you read the lineup right, then this should be. Yeah. I just. Yeah, that was a good read. Dude, you've called two lineups out of two so far. I've had nothing to say here. I'm still trying to think about that Gyarados, like what you can do better about a Gyarados, Dragon Breath Gyarados swap in.
I
After.
think if it shielded the crunch up, I would definitely have more chance to play.
Mm-hmm.
Still no boost.
I think maybe even swapping the Metagross right away into the Dragon Breath Gyarados, maybe after throwing a Body Slam or something like that is the play.
Yeah. Was that Haxorus then? No, what was that?
You couldn't see. It was too fast. Probably Magnezone, right? Oh, whoa.
Should have okay, 1 meter max kills it.
Yeah, Shadow. It's gonna do a ton of damage to you if it gets a superpower off, though. It doesn't. Okay. Yeah, he did have to farm up there a little bit. Like that was his win condition, but I didn't think it was gonna be double steal in the back because he stayed in with the Haxorus for so long. Like if you have double steal, you want to switch, right? You think? So I thought when you called double steal and then it looked like it was steal, then I was like, that's not very good play for him to stay in with the Haxorus against the Hippowdown, right? You'd want to swap into something right away. Because Hax is your only counter to some of the steel counters. But no, that was
well played. Way, it was weak to Haxorus.
Yeah, when he brought in the Metagross, it was like you pretty much won at that point. There's the thing in the back is worse against Hax. That was well played.
First games
Yeah, that first one was tough. Like, if it's Dragon Breath, Metagross doesn't do that bad against Dragon Breath, right? It's like, it's pretty close. Yeah, the thing is sometimes they bait too, right? Okay, so here's the test.
I need to do some chip damage for Haxorus, really.
This is like literally worst case scenario for this team.
Yeah.
Oh.
Make a difference, really.
Well, might save you from having to shield the flamethrower. We'll see.
Hippowdown, do you think, or Metagross farm?
I don't know, I think Metagross farm is pretty safe here. Because you can just do more against the Swampert with Meteor Mash, I guess. But the problem is they're gonna... Oh, that's not good. I wasn't counting.
I think so.
Yeah. That's a good call.
He's got Hydrogun already.
Yeah. He's very close to an Earthquake, I think, too.
Maybe should have baited.
And maybe he might let No, I don't know. He might let Magnezone go down. No? Interesting. You might want to try and catch here. I think that's your only win condition.
Nope. Tried it. I've lost this one.
Yeah, this one's over. This is like, that was worst case scenario. Like, it was counter, and then counter, and then counter. So yeah, it's weird that you, like, if you're running like a common lineup like Dragonite Double Steel, it's not uncommon to see like a team that completely counters yours, right? But it is a bit odd to see a team that completely counters yours here. Just because it's not, no one's, like there are a couple people running this lineup, right, but not enough that you would build a lineup to counter it. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think you played that well. I don't know what you can really do versus Swampert lead there.
I think it's like an automatic loss if it's on per lead.
Yeah. I wonder if
Try and catch the Hydro Cannon on Haxorus.
yeah, I was debating two different plays. It's either you catch the Hydro Cannon on the Haxorus or you let your Hippo go down. And just deal quite a bit of damage, come in with Haxorus after and farm down. But
Then he'll bring in Togekiss and
yeah.
I'll switch.
then you gotta switch and then you're in trouble anyways. Yeah, because with Swampert and Togekiss, that's just really hard.
Can't beat Togekiss.
Yeah.
And I mean, I can't beat Magnezone with 2 shields each.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Magnezone is pretty good against Metagross with shields up. Like even one shield. It's so easy for the Magnezone. There we go. This is the lead that I've been seeing all day, so.
It does 7 up, 7 charms.
Yeah, because you got that extra one through.
8. It's Asian power, isn't it?
Yep. If I remember correctly. That's so weird. Why are
Why are we
Oh!
eyes? Can they win this now?
Yeah, because they got the extra charm through.
Just switch.
It's rough if you switch too, but let's see what happens.
There's no Togekiss.
No Togekiss, and you have shield advantage, but
Shield this, right?
yeah, it's a bait call, so yeah, good call. Yeah, there's no correct answer to that question against Haxorus. Like, there's a correct answer when it's Hippowdon, because the Outrage won't KO without the Sand Tomb debuff. But with Haxorus, the Outrage KOs anyways, so.
Santi, right?
I don't know. They might be running Earthquake.
Oh, I understand. It was a bit quick. This might be tricky. Actually, should be okay.
Yeah, it'll be close.
Wait, on the charge here.
Good, it's risky though.
Get some Earthquake. It's a meteor match, right?
I hope so. Yeah, that was very smart, actually.
Should get to the meteor match now, I think.
Yeah, he doesn't have Earthquake, so
Ooh.
you got your fast move through. Sand Tomb doesn't KO at that range. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a really good call to undercharge, although that was super risky. I definitely wouldn't have done that.
That was difficult.
Yeah, that was a very high level play, that swap there, too. Because I think he was like one bullet punch away from the Earthquake, which also ends the game the other way. Actually, no, because you might be able to farm on your Haxorus and win, too.
Even if that, his Haxorus can come in.
Yeah.
And do an extra counter, get Dragon Claw up.
That's true. Yeah, that was a good identification that your like Metagross was the weak link there, and Haxorus can do the rest of the work, even if you did mess up the undercharge. But yeah, I'm surprised he was running Sand Tomb, because usually if you're running Sand Tomb in the 2 shield versus Metagross, you want to throw right away, so that you can win the 2 shield, like without. Even if they shield both Sand Tombs. Interesting. Oh, a
Let's win this league.
lot of Magnezone leads. He didn't do any chip damage. You might be able to win this matchup now.
Just switch to Matagross.
Yeah, I think that's fine too.
It's 1 meter clash, right?
Yeah. Because the other advantage right now, which is why I suggested switching to Metagross earlier, was that your Metagross is the weak link versus their Magnezone, right? Even if their Gyarados gets your Metagross low, it doesn't really matter too much. Oh.
This one's got big crunch.
Oh, good job.
I was just about to press it, but he did it 1 bullet punch too early. I just did Metagross there.
I think that was the right play. That was definitely the right play.
Gyarados has got 1 Aqua Tail, I think, over crunch.
Oh my god, this guy.
Well, now Gyarados can farm down.
What is he doing? Okay.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
he's going for the
Gyarados
farm
can
down.
farm down now. That'd be nice.
Interesting.
Hippo?
Yeah, I think it has the better matchup here. You have a shield too.
Let us go.
No, you could shield it too.
Oh, I've gone right across that stuff. That was with energy. Feel this.
It's a tough decision. Either way, you're gonna get energy on one Pokemon. Oh no, you're too low. I didn't realize Hippo was so low. That's my bad. Very bad call.
Yeah. I had no idea it's that low. Totally forgot.
Yeah.
Here's the shield is.
Yeah, I think the play there is to shield the Hippo. Because if your Hippo is your MVP, you can just take out the Dragonite, and then if you keep him healthy, you just put the what do you call it, the Metagross in to tank whatever charge move their Dragonite has, and then Hippo can come out and just win that one too. Unfortunate, but you live and you learn. I was gonna just say, okay, that's a good lead. After that second Aqua Tail was thrown by Gyarados, I would have charged up a little bit more with your Metagross. Just because they had thrown all their energy, but...
So we've got walls for Gyarados now, so...
Yeah.
Has it got us again?
Yeah. Get out of there.
Or maybe we shouldn't Haxorus.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said Haxorus. Oh my god. That was my bad. Yeah, I even was just writing down a comment on that.
Oh yeah, should have done Haxorus.
Yeah, sorry. I heard you say completely different thing.
It's bad. Calm down. Just got more Tokis at the back. Should be okay.
Yeah. This is,
Could be triple fire, right?
It could be Outrage. Yeah. Oh, no, he's running Crunch. Okay. That's fine too.
Triple fire, so it could be Tokis at the back.
Yeah, it could be.
He's screwed.
But if it's Tokus in the back, you still have Hippo for both.
I misplayed that. He wins this match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have got Haxus first. I would have won that.
Yeah, sorry, I let you down there. Yeah, I was actually like literally writing down a note that was saying, don't charge up to your body slam, just swap out right away to Haxorus. You're letting the Gyarados get too much energy. Like the only thing that, or the main thing that hurts the Haxorus there is the charge moves, right? The Waterfall doesn't do anything. It's the like the Outrage if they have it, or the Crunch are the two things that you have to watch out for Haxorus. So letting them get all that energy on your Hippo um, is not worth it, especially taking super effective damage. Yeah, yeah. So I think like that's one of the things I was talking about at the end of the last coaching session. Is I think that's one of the things that you need to work on the most is that if they swap, think about that and like maybe swap right away a lot of the time. So they're gonna do. Oh, Metagross. Nice. Yeah, so like that was perfect right there.
Still no boost.
Let's hope he doesn't get to that second Meteor Mash like that one time. Oh my god.
So I can get to 2.
Yeah, it seems only sometimes. I think it depends if you get your fast move through or they get their fast move through or not.
Yeah, I need one counter. What do you reckon I've got the back magnies on?
Yeah, probably Magnezone in the back. If they swapped out right away. Well, they would have swapped out anyways.
Switch to that.
Yeah.
Okay, this is alright.
Yep. And remember in the 1 shields versus 0 shields, you probably don't have to bait.
Is it worth the bait? Because I know the dragon.
I wouldn't. Because their only win condition here is to call the bait, I think. That's the only way you lose, I think.
I've still got full health Metagross as well.
Yeah. And your Metagross can easily deal with the Dragonite with no shields.
Yeah.
Doesn't even remember Draco Meteor all over again. But just a reminder, right? Like the swap timer. Actually, you have the swap visualized this time, so because you have the same swap timer as them, so you can tell if they're able to do that. It was really close to being up, actually.
I think I switch it now. Dragonite doesn't get too much spam.
No, that's fair. So yeah, in a situation like that, you want to switch right away. If your Pokemon is fast move reliant, like the damage to Dragonite would be fast move reliant from your Hippo, you want to swap out to your Metagross right away to play that matchup, because your Metagross cannot be farmed down by the Dragonite. Eventually, you're going to get free Ice Fang. Like, if the Dragonite does KO your Metagross, which it wouldn't, it would be using charge moves, right? So it would probably have no energy, and then you'd be able to get that extra free damage in with Hippo later.
Yeah. Okay, so switch to Metagross straight away.
Yeah, I think we should try that. Well, I would throw 1 Ice Fang first, but they swap anyways.
Oh, okay. Was that 1 Ice Fang? Did it make a difference, or?
It just swings their health in your favor, so that if it comes down to bullet punches at the end, if you both go for the 2 shield, then you can win.
Right. I can get to another. Will charge me a bit.
Yeah, he went Aqua Tail, so he's probably running Outrage.
It
Yeah. It's not too bad.
And farm factories.
Sounds good to me. You're gonna take way too much damage on Hippo.
Mm.
So that's the other thing about this Metagross Insta Switch is it baits out the
It's to show that I could tell, right?
yeah, or a crunch. I don't think that was enough for an outrage. I wasn't counting it. Oh, it was. Oh my
No
god,
way.
sorry, I let you down. I wasn't counting at all. Well, this game is now very hard. Oh no.
Maybe she should just be safe.
Yeah.
It was back minus.
We might not even get to see it.
It's gonna shield. It's shielded. I didn't realise this could outrage that quick.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. Especially off of waterfall, you'd think it would take longer. But
At least we know for next time.
yeah, I'm trying to look up the number of. Okay.
Oh, damn. Why did you do that? Should have stayed in. I don't know what I was doing there.
Yeah, that's probably one of those situations where you do want to stay in. I know I kind of got in your head about the follow the swap, but especially because like Togekiss was first and you could line up your Metagross versus it. Now you're gonna have to line up
Yeah.
Hippo versus it. I wonder what they have as a Metagross counter though.
Gyarados, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Triple Fire. Waterfall.
If you can get to that,
It's
yeah,
okay, actually.
yeah,
It might be okay. Line up with Haxorus.
yeah, it's not bad.
Double shield and then Hippo against Togekiss.
Yeah.
Made a lot hard and stuff though.
Yeah, there's probably no reason to farm down, right? So, just because, what are you gonna do against Togekiss anyways?
Oh, straight outrage.
Wow, that was his win condition though. He knew it. You might want to throw body slams, yeah. Yeah, just try.
I'm up.
This is gonna be
Win this
close.
time.
I don't know. Yeah, it'll be really close. It depends what your Haxorus can get off. Wow.
Your shield is right.
Yeah. Can't believe they threw a charge move there.
We'll get the boost. Oh, no.
This will be very close.
That's actually going to kill.
It might KO with counter damage.
Oh,
no.
no.
I think it's ancient power though, so you might live this. This is gonna be so close. Okay, good thing you didn't overcharge, or sorry, overtap that. You should hit every last bubble here.
Yes.
Alright. Oh, there's the boost.
Yeah. Off boost.
Sorry. I'm just looking up the outrage count just for our, not during the game, but just for our knowledge. Oh my god, it doesn't even have it on the infographic.
It's the other ones, isn't it? That range.
Yeah, so that one, I think you obviously know what you did wrong, and and there it was immediately you realized that you probably shouldn't have switched. Yeah, as soon as they swap into the Dragonite, force that win, and then you just have a free lineup against whatever you want afterwards. Um, nice.
Gonna be a Gyarados, isn't it? I don't know.
I think you got PTSD from those Gyarados. Everything's a Gyarados now.
Yeah. Gotta be Dragon Claw. Body Slam. Oh,
That's close, but I think that's fine.
string straight outrage again.
Maybe. I think people just aren't expecting it. Like, we've gotten hit by so many outrages. Like, he's shielding his Gyarados. He knows.
It's totally back, isn't it?
Probably, yeah. Like, oh, well, that's fine.
Triple Fire.
Sorry, I'm just looking up the count now. I don't want to, like, cheat doing or telling you during the battle or anything, but I'll look it up for the next battle. Because I think you know what to do in this one so far. And well, it's not about knowing what to do, it's about I already know what you're going to do in this battle so far, so.
Hotel. Yeah, must have actual crunch.
Or outrage.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. He has to shield this. He needs to get out of it, really.
Yeah, probably should shield.
I get some another one, but that should be up. Should kill it.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, this team is very good versus the triple flyer
Bit tricky.
team. Just because Hippo, the two leads for this team are Togekiss and Dragonite, and Hippo does well against both. The problem is, I might even consider like in the Hippo matchup, just because we got tricked by that aerial ace that one time. I might even consider shielding Hippo.
On a Togekiss, totally.
Yeah. Because that was pretty, like, you can't have your Gyarados line up against the, your Metagross line up against their Gyarados.
Yeah.
But, like, spending that shield is risky, too. The Dragonite lead version is much easier for you, because you pressure, yeah, I wrote down a couple things on that one, too. I was going to say, with the Dragonite lead against Hippo, is it worth it to just farm down all the way? Do they get to a second Dragon Claw there?
You need to jump on Body Slam in order to calm down.
You do have to throw a Body Slam to prevent them from getting it?
I think so, yeah. Or I think you can shield them and you can calm down. But then they get to 2 Dragon Claws.
Yeah, it wouldn't be worth it if they get to 2. I'll look it up really quick, because if you can just farm all the way down instead, bringing 2 Body Slams into Gyarados, why can I not spell Hippowdown? It's not coming up as a Pokemon. in The Sims. Sorry, just bear with me for a second here. Versus Dragonite. Let's not throw anything.
PvP. Oh.
They. Okay, so it's really close. They might faint on their very last Dragon Claw. I'm gonna see what happens in the no shield here. See if you live. Oh, there's the Hurricane. Yeah, I think it might be, especially if they charge up to like a Hurricane or something like that, it might be worth not throwing the Body Slam. Or at least trying it once to see. It might be IV dependent too. I didn't run it with Best Buddy or anything, so. But, yeah, we can start the next set, sorry.
Shield the first Dragon Claw, and then just farm all the way down.
Yeah, or even, you could try letting the first one through, depending on if they charge up to a Hurricane. Like, if they charge up to a Hurricane, then you have to shield, I think.
I'll try it out.
Because like Dragonite lead, either they're gonna bring in the Gyarados right after, or they're gonna bring in Steel type. And if you have an Earth Power charge up, you can just take that shield right back. Ooh, I don't think we've seen this, have we?
Looking straight to this. Get out the Dragon type.
Oh my god! Okay, this happened before. I remember this. It was Conkeldurr though, I thought.
Right, sweet.
Or something like that. That's so weird. That's like, I don't understand this.
Gyarados is good against Hippo, especially Waterfall.
Yeah, this Gyarados is really good against the rest of your team. Like, having that Waterfall Gyarados in the back is very good. And they just are eliminating it themselves.
I'll spec since Gyarados, it's not Gyarados, which is even better. Could be an outrage, isn't it?
Could be. Might as well shield anyways. I think a Crunch does a lot of damage here as well. Oh, they went for the bait.
Should I shield the next one? Or farm down with
We'll see if they let this through, because if they let it through, you can just KO them. Yeah. I think it would be worth to go 2 shields down. Your team is pretty good with shields down, I think.
I think we'll survive. Barely.
Yeah, unfortunately survive.
Hippo?
Yeah, it's tough. We don't know what they have in the back. I don't know Hippo's matchup versus Machamp either.
See if he lets his Body Slam through. If he shields, then it must be an ice type at the back, I think.
Mm-hmm.
See what he does. Okay. Oh, I hate this matchup.
Yeah, me too.
Look all the bait here.
It's really tough. It's hard to tell. This is like a 50-50. He charged up to the Earthquake exactly, so it's...
What else did?
Oh, you have the biggest balls.
He's not going to shield now, is he? I need to shield regardless, don't I?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm laughing because you did like the incredibly risky version of that. So once you call the Meteor Mash and you tank it, you can just go double Earthquake and guarantee the win.
Oh, I did not that.
Yeah, because at that point he can go Meteor Mashes, right? So I think it's 8 to a meteor mash and 10 to an earthquake. So he needs 2 meteor mashes. So at that point, you're 1 away from an earthquake, right? So you need 11 more bullet punches, but he needs 16 bullet punches to get to 2 meteor mashes. So you have like quite a bit of a window if you just go straight earthquake there.
I think that's my only win con, right? Because he was doing 1 bullet punch ahead.
Yeah, no, your only win con, like letting it through was ballsy, but like the correct play. But then once you tanked the meteor mash, going double earthquake is the safer play.
Oh, okay.
Because that would be the guarantee win. Because like if you went meteor mash and let's say he didn't shield it, then you would lose, or you would probably lose. Like it would depend on the rest of the game, but it's very likely that you would lose there. So that turns the game into a 50-50, whereas if you just go the double earthquake after that, you can guarantee that win. Just because you're only 1 bullet punch behind. I did this earlier today too, where I switched into Metagross too late. I called the meteor mash correctly in the 1 shields, and then I think I switched slower than you too. I was I think 2 bullet punches behind, and I still managed to win it just because you really only need to get to 1 additional earthquake plus the number of bullet punches you're behind before they get to 2 meteor mashes, and you'll beat them every time unless you're like 5 bullet punches slow switching or something like that. So that's just that's the safe win condition play, and I think that this kind of worked for you too because I think he realized that you had a win condition that was just throwing earthquakes, so that's why he shielded the first one. Because he knew it would be an earthquake, or he thought for sure it was going to be an earthquake. So a little bit of mind gaming him there. But I do think if you're in that other situation though, like you throw a meteor mash, like you were ahead in bullet punches and throw a meteor mash and they catch it, you kind of have to no shield the next one. They'll probably throw an earthquake, but the only way you can win that is if you also catch the meteor mash. Yeah, so sometimes like going for your only win condition makes it your loss worse, but it doesn't matter. A loss is a loss. It doesn't matter how badly you lose it, right? Nice. Dragon Breath. Slow swap too, so you might be able to get 2 meteor mashes off even if they crunch.
Yeah, should get some more. If I can get to the last one.
No, fortunately not.
Oh well.
It's a bit of a rough spot. I would maybe go hacks, but just because the Aqua Tails, which I'm assuming he's running, are really going to hurt, and he's farmed quite a bit.
Might shield the next one.
I was going to say...
Should I switch now? For this one?
I would just farm down after you, or if you shielded it. Yeah.
Which one farm?
Ugh, unfortunate.
Hope he's not so pissed. No, I'm screwed. Double steel dragon.
Oh wow. Problem is he has like full vision of your team, right? So
Yeah. I don't think I can farm down here.
Snorlax.
Snorlax. That one is. No, Ghost Gyarados, Snorlax.
Interesting. It's not a common comp.
Something good done that really.
Yeah, I think so. After a Gyarados farms down like that, I think your best play is if they have that much farm, you probably want to go into the hacks, even if it's Dragon Breaths, because you can just tank the Aqua Tails. They don't do very much damage. It's the fast move damage you have to worry about. So like an empty Dragon Breath Gyarados you don't want against your Haxorus, but a fully charged one you might. In this case, maybe just shielding the second Aqua Tail might have been enough on the Hippo and just trying to take down that Gyarados. In hindsight, right? Because your Hax just had such a good matchup versus the backline. But that's tough to call. It's tough when you just get the Gyarados counter swap to your Metagross. But I think that was the right play there, swapping the meta into meta. Yeah, that's also a tough. I feel like with Dragon Breath Gyarados, maybe even shielding a Crunch is worth it. With Waterfall, it's probably not, because a lot of the time they're just running Aqua Tail Outrage anyways, and shielding the Aqua Tail doesn't do anything. Oh no. I don't know why they're charging up to like 7 every time. You CMP tied every time, these guys.
Yeah, that's 7. So should catch time just coming on the Hax?
Yeah, you can try that route, or you can try just letting Hippo faint.
Shielded. Oh, I counted 9 for some reason.
Yeah, I count 9 too. He only needs 9 for 2 Hydro Cannons.
Oh, I thought it's 5 each.
It's 5 for the first one, and then 4 for the second one.
Maybe I should have got for Claw first.
I think this is fine. It's running Outrage, wow.
Swampert, Dragonite. So that's Togekiss.
I think maybe Togekiss or Garchomp. But oh yeah, it's probably Togekiss because he swapped the Dragonite onto your Haxorus, right?
Yeah. And shielded.
Well, CMP tied us though, so at least that's good. I think you have to hope it's a Garchomp in the back.
Yeah.
If it's Togekiss, you've already lost, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That was a good safe swap play by him. There was nothing you can do in that game. That game was on him having to make a mistake. So this is why a lot of the times I think there's like a strat getting popular where you want to lose lead, but not by that much, so you can farm down after. If you're running 2 similar Pokemon that both counter a Pokemon, so like your Haxorus that comes in, Dragonite and Togekiss both have good matchups, right? So if he swaps in one of them and just works on the switch timer, he can realign his Pokemon to match yours, and there's nothing you can really do about it at that point. Yeah, like I think Swampert lead is pretty bad because it's also coming with all these counters as well.
Yeah.
Right? Like you can't beat Swampert, Togekiss, Dragonite, I don't think, with this team, unless they really mess up. And what was
shielded the Outrage, and then
yeah,
farm straight down maybe, but
yeah, you have to hit a lot of meteor mashes on that Swamp. Like he shielded Body Slam though.
Okay, try and get off first this time. Normally I just shield. on to the next one, but it might be in Togekiss.
I feel like if it was a Togekiss, they might have swapped in already, right? Maybe they're next leveling you. Ooh.
Ice Punch does hurt, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah, Ice Punch will probably maybe KO at this point even. See if you tie though, but
You wait for shield there. It's not, is it?
yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate. You need to be able to take it down before it gets to another thing, so.
Ice Punch shouldn't hurt that much.
No, not. Ice Punch isn't that powerful. I didn't think he was at another Ice Punch already, but. Because he only got 4 off. Maybe it's the same thing as Hydro Cannon. I just have not really seen too many Electivires, so.
Do you think he's got Earthquake?
He might, but
I'm gonna risk it.
it might not even be worth the shield though, right? Because you can
Yeah,
farm
I'll
down.
risk it.
You want the body slams on Hippowdown, so. Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Ooh.
You-
Something.
I don't think he'd be running Sand Tomb Earthquake though.
That's really quick.
Yeah, he overcharged a lot on your Metagross because you threw, right? Oh,
I don't think this KOs. Maybe you should have went for the Earth Power there.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh no!
Yeah, I should have went for the Earth Power.
Yeah, I think so too. That's why I kind of like I made that noise a little bit.
I thought you had loads of energy. That's why.
Yeah, he had a little bit because he was a bit slow to swap out of the Metagross, but I don't think he had too much because he spent an entire Avalanche on your yeah. Yeah, he like overfarmed a lot there. I think he probably went to 100 energy. But yeah, on your Metagross. Which was smart of him, right? Like that was his only play. There we go. Finally getting a good lead in this set. Yeah, I think the Mamoswine leads are like even though they're bad for Hippo, like they're pretty good for your team.
So let the first one go.
Yeah, let the first one go and see if you can just farm all the way down. Because I think you did get another or an extra Ice Fang off. Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, it depends when they time it, I think. If they
How it goes, isn't it?
yeah. If they time it right, you can deal with it, I think. Ooh, Waterfall Gyarados too, so that's good.
So it gets at the back, isn't it? Triple fire.
Almost certainly. This team has gained so much traction recently, holy cow.
Silver Trico's got 2 shields left.
Yeah, that's true. But you also have 2 shields.
Shielded.
That's really weird.
There's a shield and farm down now.
Yeah. I'm surprised he shielded there. I don't think that's the right play. He's hoping for the boost and then to get to a flamethrower.
Maybe.
he has to be able to farm you down to win, and he can't do that. So, like I hit his win condition was farm down, Aquatail bait outrage if he has outrage. Yeah, so I think just try that versus Dragonite each time. Worst case, you have to spend a shield, but then you can probably take a shield back from whatever comes in.
1, 2, 3 twice and 1, 3, 2.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
I'm not sure.
We're having not as many good leads as normal. I think people are starting to react to the Togekiss leads, right? And starting to bring all the... Actually, that's weird. Swampert shouldn't be showing up, though. I don't know why Swampert's showing up. Maybe the Magnazones or something like that. I'm surprised we haven't seen any Garchomp leads. That's the real thing here. Alright.
You say going to Garchomp there? I mean,
Yeah.
Lazarus.
I would try and catch the surf on him. Yes. Perfect. Maybe he's next leveling you with a superpower. Oh my god, he was!
It's okay. Get some more crap. I didn't do that. Why didn't you just surf my...
He might not be running surf. Yeah. So hopefully they don't really have a true Metagross counter on this team. But
Could be Garchomp. Actually, it won't be Garchomp because... Oh, I should have found out there.
yeah, probably.
It won't be Garchomp because it'd be 2 weeks Togekiss at the back.
Yeah. I mean, it might be Garchomp. Yeah, actually, SmackDown Rhyperior, Double Dragon was a team I theory crafted and put on Reddit like a long time ago too. It makes a lot of sense because you bait out the Togekiss with your Dragonite. Oh,
Two shields. I've lost this, haven't I?
yeah, you've lost this. Yeah, this is very similar to team because the goal is usually to swap in either Gyarados if you're running Gyarados Dragonite or Dragonite if you're running Dragonite Garchomp, and bait out the Togekiss and take it out with Rhyperior. But yeah, I don't know. In that case, yeah, because your Hippo goes down. Oh, interesting. I would swap though. No?
Metagross.
Yeah. Sorry, what was their lead again? I completely missed it. They swapped so fast.
Magnezone.
Yeah, I would swap to Metagross.
Oh, yeah. Now I need to shield.
I probably would have swapped right away too.
Goodness, it's Flamethrower.
I'm not sure. I didn't see what they are. I didn't count. Yeah.
I should swap straight away.
Yeah. Because if you have like a normally, like if you can stay in lead and win that, that's fine too. But if you have such a dominating matchup with a certain Pokemon, like your Metagross, oh my god. Okay, that game's over. Whatever, that worked fine anyways. So swapping to Metagross,
switch straight away.
yeah, it's good for two reasons. Same as before. It's good because it's the Pokemon that sucks against Magnezone the most on your team. The other two kind of really dominate it, and then it's also the Pokemon that dominates Togekiss the most.
Yeah.
In the game, and you can, like, honestly, if you see the Magnezone in the front, I think it might even be worthwhile just spending the shield on the Flamethrower and farming like all the way down. You have that option, or you can, if you want to play more shields down, or you have the option of just throwing the Meteor Mash. Actually, I think your team wants to play more shields up generally, because you have the low damage charge boost besides Metagross. So once you do swap in that Metagross, even throwing that Meteor Mash at Togekiss is fine too. And then you can just tank whatever the Magnezone sends your way. But, well, that worked out anyways. They tried to call the bait. But you don't really need to bait there, right? Like, you just throw Earthquakes, Earth Power KOs, Earthquake KOs, or if it lines up versus hacks, it's gone as well. Yeah, the Qs aren't too fast. That's the worst part about this coaching session time, is that I feel like not a lot of people are playing, unfortunately. But
It's okay before.
pardon?
The current times are okay before.
Yeah. Well, I think you're also getting higher too, right? So.
Well, I've dropped some points.
Yeah, that's true. It was good earlier in the day, yeah. So. There we go. Yeah, you're playing like almost exclusively people with old rank 10 poses, so that's a really good sign at least. Oh, that's not a good sign.
Okay, this guy chucked it straight away. So the next one is 4 mud shots.
Yeah.
Okay, try and catch the next one. I think he needs one more.
It might be two. I don't know if he got a free one through because your hippo's so big.
You knew it.
But he's staying in though.
You get the sludge wave that quick.
I think either way it's fine, right? Like, because they might have Toga. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That. Shouldn't have shielded, should I?
No, probably not. Yeah, the Swampert Togekiss team is everywhere now, it seems like. I wonder which streamer
Is
is
the
on.
Gyarados at the back?
I think so. And that's what it's been the last couple times.
Should I risk it? I've lost anyway, haven't I?
Yeah, I think risking it is the play, but yeah. We'll see what they send in, but oh,
I was going to see what his last Pokemon is.
yeah. Reveal it. You might still have a chance, honestly. Probably not.
Oh, we
but-
should get. He might get to two here.
Yeah, he's probably at 2. The hope was that he didn't shield and lost all that energy, but he'll probably get to 2 for sure before you Oh!
I've lost.
Yeah, you have, but
It's time to two anyway. No?
yeah, interesting choice. Guess he's scared of you getting to an Earth Power or something.
That's just, yeah. Let's get to know power then. Make it closer than it actually is.
Yeah. Pretend this wasn't like a...
Doesn't chaos.
No, Garchomp is really tanky. I think it has high stat product in Master Premier. Yeah, that was unfortunate lead. But yeah, I don't think I would ever shield Haxorus against Swamp. A lot of the times they like to bait anyways. And then worst case you take a Sludge Wave, which isn't that much damage. Sorry, worst case you take an Earthquake, but most of them are running Sludge Wave. Ugh.
Gyarados. What's it got? It isn't too bad. How's my health so low already?
Dragon Breaths, I guess.
You can find me down there, can't
Oh. That's good at least. Through their energy.
We're going to triple fly build it all the way around. Gyarados first.
Oh, it could be. I see what you're saying. Okay. If that's true, that was a really good team raid.
Can't beat Gyarados from here. Especially Waterfall.
Yeah, it's really tough with your Haxorus down.
I think I survived one.
Okay. I was gonna say I might shield just because.
Get to a button one more for this one. Look out.
Oh.
Is it worth shielding the first one?
Yeah, probably.
That was crunch. That quick.
Yeah, he hit quite a bit of energy. Well, it's a Metagross.
Oh, lost.
Okay, yeah, you lost.
He's got no reason to bait it, has he?
No,
2 shields.
he does not, but he might. That's like your win condition, though, right? But even then, Gyarados can take you down. Yeah, that's what's
there's no
gonna be
reason
left.
to bait it.
No. But players do silly things sometimes. Just gotta win those weird ones. Yeah, that's unfortunate. If it was Togekiss in the back, I think I would have shielded the Aqua Tail on your Hippo, just so that hopefully they wouldn't shield a Body Slam, and then you might be able to farm down with your Metagross, and then just beat the Togekiss as well. I think that was your one hope, but even then, Waterfall Gyarados is hard. I don't even know if swapping into Haxorus is the right thing at the beginning. Is the problem. Yeah, either you just lose that barely, or not barely. You lose that, or you swap into Metagross, which is also not very good. Okay, finally favorable lead.
Shield this, I'll leave it.
Try shielding it this time to see what happens. Or
Oh, sorry, that was up.
flamethrower. I didn't think they were at a flamethrower, but
I counted 9, but it must have been a lag.
yeah, they might have just got one through in your thing. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna look up too. I didn't write that down.
So, just switch here. See what he does. Bringing a Dragonite at the back. Is it worth the shield there?
I think so. Yeah, you have a Meteor Mash.
No need to match.
Oh, this is doable.
3-2-1 shields.
Yeah, you outpace him by quite a bit, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough. It'll be really close.
I don't think it's enough. Should we go for the boost here? Or go for Night Slash?
Maybe. I would, yeah, shield for sure, but I think, do you win with just straight Dragon Claws? Ooh. This is, yeah.
I think it takes the same amount of energy, doesn't it?
Yeah, same amount of energy.
Oh,
Oh no.
The only time he doesn't shield.
Yeah. That's not good.
Oh, I should have went for Dragon Claw.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it was just like a much riskier play to go for the Night Slashes. Just because the boost is only 10%, and then I think you KO anyways with Dragon Claw.
Yeah, I was hoping to shield it. Oh, that's my mistake.
Yeah, like you almost were able to counter him down. If you guys had the simultaneous feint, you had the Meteor Mash going into that next one too, you would have won. It was just like a little bit off. Like that might even been an IV loss for you, right? Because your Hackforce isn't perfect, so. But
I thought Steps, yeah, I lost 50 points. That's his loss. A lot of different teams today.
yeah,
I think a lot was hit my side as well.
yeah, quite a bit different for sure. But oh yeah, I was
There's
gonna.
some games like I should have won.
Yeah, I think there were a couple there for sure, and it was just like slight misplays and stuff like that. But that's the thing is like you learn more from misplays than not misplays. So, 1, 2, 3. So it's 10 Ice Fangs to a Body Slam. It looks like. Oh no, it's not. Why is it saving up all the energy in this sim? So it's 7 Ice Fangs to a Body Slam. Well, that should be fine. Yeah, Togekiss should not be able to get an extra charm through unless there's a little bit of lag. So I'm not sure. Yeah, that was weird that they got... Oh, maybe we counted wrong, but... It's fine. Do you still have one more set?
Yeah, 8 for free.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do the last one, just because we'll combine this with the team building thing. Get it out of the way. I think we've only been going for... Like, actually been going for like an hour 15 or so. Maybe an hour 10. Just because we started really late today, so... Setting everything up. Hopefully we'll end on a good note. It would suck to end on the 1-4, right? So...
Yeah. It's no more mistakes in this one. So. I just shield this.
Yeah, this is the 50-50. It's really tough to tell.
Yeah. Is he staying in? I'm getting too unfair, so I'm not sure what his plan is.
Yeah. That was an interesting switch to like go up to the Meteor Mash, throw the bait, and then switch. Not even like the Earthquake.
You reckon it's an earthquake?
Maybe, or a bait.
If it's an earthquake, should I shield and found out? I'll leave it.
You could, both are fine choices, but
Yes. That's first.
yeah, energy's better on Haxorus, but you have the safer play with Hippo.
Just switch into Express straight away.
Yeah, I think that's not a bad play.
Wait till yes. No.
It might be, but it's tough to not shield this.
Shield this.
Oh, okay.
I think my Hippo loses anyway, doesn't it, to Grass?
It depends if you beat it to Earth Power. They have to shield here, otherwise they lose the conk.
Can I farm down Hippo from there?
It's gonna be close. Your Hippo is near full health, right?
Yeah, I think I can tank.
Yeah, if you can tank a dynamic punch. If that Metagross doesn't have a Meteor Mash stored up, then you might be able to win.
I might survive this barely, I think, right?
Yeah. You have the Earth Power, so if he doesn't have it, you're gonna lose CMP if he does have it. But I don't know how much health he has, because this doesn't one-shot from full health.
I think he's got half health, I think.
If he's at half, you're fine.
Yeah.
Oh, a bit over. Okay, I think that was like a couple HP. That was really well played. Just because, like, even if we thought they had the Togekiss in the back, using the Haxorus to bait out Hippo so that Hippo can farm down and throw the Earth Power is like a win condition there, even if you don't have switch advantage. So that was a good
That was
choice.
as well.
Yeah, that was a bad lead. Recovered from it. Yeah, I think swapping your Metagross into Metagross is probably your best play. Luckily, they didn't have something that was... Well, they did have a hard counter. They just didn't... They waited so long, and you had 2 Meteor Mashes there. So I'm not sure what their... Oh, there's a Togekiss in the front. Let's make sure we count this time.
He's on 5 now. He's on 10.
Yeah, but you got your Body Slam off. So, we'll see if he shields this.
Shield, I'll leave it.
I think it's worth the shield. Because you're still even shields, and then you'll keep switch advantage. The problem is if they have a Gyarados of the Dragon Breath variety. But it is a Waterfall variety, so... Because it's probably the triple flyer team, right? I would switch.
Let's chop this off and switch.
Okay, that's fair too. I'll talk to that later. Yeah, I should be quiet during the battles. I'm sorry. It's just so hard to stay quiet sometimes.
Shield off.
I'll probably leave it. You have to save a shield for your for Outrage.
He's tough.
Oh, that might be that might have been game winning right there. That getting to that extra one. Interesting play. Oh, I think they just realized they had lost and just were trying to speed it up without quitting. Yeah, so just gonna talk about the throwing the Dragon Claw at the Dragonite. I think in most cases you just want to burn that. So the hard Pokemon to take down there is the Gyarados. So I think farming up to the Dragon Claw is fine. But I think even swapping right away just to match your Metagross to Dragonite, because it's a dominant win in the one shield, right? And then you have to save. You want to burn shields, and you want to try and just get enough. Like the only way you're gonna take down this Gyarados, well, I guess in this case you ended up using Meteor Mashes, and he wasn't shielding. But it's gonna be the Dragon Claw spam at the end, right? Like so, Dragon Claw does almost as much damage as a Meteor Mash to the Gyarados, and it only takes 5 counters, whereas Meteor Mash takes 8 bullet punches. So it's your best way to take down the Gyarados. So just getting it out as soon as possible to kind of save it some health, so it has the better matchup. Because Gyarados is like that one Pokemon that will take out your team. The Dragonite isn't too big of an issue, I think. So that's why I would just switch there instead of throwing the move. Also, just in case they did run down the switch timer there and were able to swap back to Gyarados, you'd be behind because you stayed in to throw that move, right? But that's another thing. I don't think with one shield, the Dragonite Metagross matchup burns down the switch timer. So nice, another good lead. Okay.
Double steal.
I'm gonna guess it's a Dragonite in the back.
Could be a Swampert, right?
Could be.
So I still get a counter in there, so you can try farming down here.
Yeah, you did get the counter this time. Yeah. Like it was on the last bullet punch. So you need to sneak one in. Oh, it's hacks. Okay. We both guessed wrong with the double steal pairing.
It's the reverse, yeah.
This is gonna be tough for you though. Oh no, you have Hippo. Sorry. What am I thinking? I thought you had. For some reason, I thought you were running the mirror. But double. You can't farm down. Okay.
Oh, kills him.
Yeah. Haxorus is just so glassy, does so much damage. That matchup is like very CMP based.
That's interesting. That's just at the back.
Yeah. I think so I saw JJan running this. He's the guy who always beat me last season with the Dragonite double steal lineup. I saw him running it recently with the Magnezone in the front. So as soon as I saw the Magnezone into the Metagross, I assumed it was the Dragonite, but I guess some of the other double steal users are also just switching up their line combinations. And I'm 90% sure it's because of all of the Togekiss leads that everyone's seeing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I lost, I don't know, Master Premier seems very rock, paper, scissors based. Like, obviously there's still a lot of skill involved, but I think I ran into, like, I had a set earlier today, the first one where I tried Dragonite again, and it was just 4 Togekiss leads, and it was just very, like, those games are very, very hard. Because those Togekiss leads, they're built to beat your team, right? Like, every Togekiss lead is built to beat the Dragon double steal or the Swampert double steal lineups. So I guess people got sick of that and started running Magnezone in the front, and that's probably why you start seeing the Swamperts too. But that maybe should be something I test tomorrow, because I have another coaching session on Friday with the Dragonite double steal team. So maybe if I try out the Magnezone lead version of it, it might be an option too if we run into too many poor leads. But yeah, this last set's been going better.
Was that his choice, the Dragonite double steal?
Pardon? Oh yeah, that was his choice, yeah. Yeah, because I think he's been running it since I put the video out at the beginning of this season, so. It also makes it easier for me, right? Because then I know the matchups already. I feel like I know the Hippo matchups now, especially after all these sets. So I feel pretty comfortable with this team now. But like the first set, I'm like, oh, I better watch and see what you're doing here, because I don't know what Hippo beats, what it doesn't beat.
And it works a bit really well, but
Yeah, it is working.
When it's tricky, you need to play it quite to the struggle.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, Kiss lead.
This is 8. So it'd be ace and powerless.
Yeah. Good thing it wasn't aerial ace.
He's still pretty close. Just needs an ice one.
Oh, is that Shadow?
Shadow, yeah. No switches after straight away. Let it die.
Let it go down. Whoa!
Metagross or Haxorus?
Haxorus, I would say.
Can't get to meet match game.
It was gonna be close. I think it was on that bullet punch, but Okay, so one thing I noticed here with the Togekiss matchup, because I think this makes more sense because I didn't know you were doing this in the previous matchups, but that makes sense why that guy got to uh, flamethrower on 9. So when you're throwing Ice Fangs, I would throw the Body Slam right away, because if you don't want them to sneak in the extra fast move, you want to throw it on 1, 4, or 7, and you hit Body Slam right at 7. So 1, 4, 7, or 10. So this time you threw it at 9, so they got an extra 2 turns in, so that wasn't too bad. But for example, if you had thrown it on, if you had charged up and thrown it on, oh wait, no, 9, yeah, so this time you got lucky and he didn't get the extra charm through, but if you throw at 9 Ice Fangs again next time, then they might get a full extra charm through, and then that's when they're getting to that flamethrower, when we don't expect them to get to the flamethrower. So for the Togekiss lead, I would spam that Body Slam button like the whole time, because it'll naturally get to Body Slam at 7 Ice Fangs, and that'll be perfect timing. So then they won't get any extra turns. Well, they'll get the 1 extra turn.
I tried the fast move now, where I tapped the try move and it tapped the bullish.
Oh, did you try it? Because it worked this time if you were doing it.
I tried it, I'm not sure if it was just luck or not, but I tried it, and he didn't sneak another charm in.
Yeah. So that's good too. Like, it's definitely more consistent in the 2 versus 3 to just go at the 7. But in this case, it definitely worked. Like, you had way more health than I expected when they were throwing the Ancient Power, and it's because you completely denied them that move.
I don't know. They're staying in because actress can handle magnums on.
Yep.
You doing?
What?
That's the quickest 5-0 I've ever had.
Yeah, okay, they like just abandoned a couple of those games. Even in that one though, I do have a couple things to like. There's a learning experience here too from this one. So first of all, staying in against the Dragonite, we learned from a previous game when you swapped out, and you still won, but like you realized it was much harder then. So staying in with the Dragonite there or against the Dragonite, you then will have full knowledge of their team because there's no way they bring the Magnezone back in, right? Like that would just be dumb.
Right.
So you're gonna see their full team, and you're able to pivot around that and like guarantee the win at that point. Like I don't think any Pokemon in the back would beat you at that point. Second of all, in that case, I would stay in and farm the Dragonite all the way down. I wouldn't throw the Body Slam because you know they have the Magnezone too.
Yeah.
Even though they'll probably not come back in on it, you can always save that for later. Because when you see what Pokemon comes out, you can swap out as well and save your Hippo for the Magnezone later, but the banked Earth Power. We saw earlier that if they throw a Dragon Claw and you shield it, they don't get to a second one depending on when they, like how they time it.
Yeah.
But if they swap in, that's another potential for them to lose a turn, right? So the chances that they lose a turn off the switch, or they lose a turn off of the off of throwing a move, is pretty high. That they're gonna like lose a turn in either one of those. And if they lose a turn in either one of those, then you can just farm down. So I wouldn't throw the Body Slam. If they swap a Dragonite in, I would just try and farm that down. That's like a 75% chance play versus like the 50% chance play.
Dragon Claw.
Yeah, and then just tank a Dragon Claw. Because, well, unless the, it's a different story if the Magnezone threw some mirror shots first, for sure.
Right.
But, like, if they swap right away like that, and your Hippo is at full health, or tanked, like, 1 Spark or whatever, then I think that farming all the way down is good there. But choosing to stay in there was really good. I think, yeah, like, even if you threw a Body Slam there, I think regardless, as long as you don't let your Hippo faint to a random Hurricane or something like that, like just make sure if they charge all the way up that you do shield that. I don't think you can lose that matchup. I don't think there's a single Pokemon in the back that beats you. So this is like the equivalent of like them leading a Waterfall Gyarados and you switching your Haxorus, right? Or something like that. Or you switching in your Metagross, right? Like they beat your Metagross and now they have full knowledge of your team. And it's just really hard to win from there. But yeah, no, that was good.
When you're actually playing, like when you're mid playing, it's so hard to these like strategies.
Pardon? Sorry? Cut out.
Oh, I was just saying it's so hard to think of these strategies when you're
Oh yeah, no, it's way easier for me to just be watching and being like, oh, you should do this, or you should have done this, or you should have done this, or even like in hindsight, right? It's way easier for me to say that kind of thing. So, but yeah, that was good. Ended on a good note. So.
It's a good ending. I'm up. I'm 16 points.
Nice. It was a gain.